What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to break down the NASCAR Xfinity Series race on Draftkings at Martinsville this weekend. We got a Friday night NASCAR race, Xfinity race. I'm excited for this race. It should be a fun one. Um, Martinsville, they only raced there for the first time in a while last year, so don't really have a lot of data from Martinsville, but it's cool. It's cool. We're still going to break it all down. We got it. If you're new here, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, turn on the notification bell. All of it really helps me grow. Just want to continue to get this growth that we've had throughout this season. We've had a lot. Obviously, the last 2 weeks I've had no content because of no racing and then dirt racing. Just, if you go watch the cup video, I explain why I didn't do anything for that. If you want to get more of my content, you can always subscribe to my Patreon. I'll put the link down below. It's $10 a month. You get stuff for all three series combined. It's going to be, there's two spreadsheets. This one you've seen and then another one, along with projections. There's going to be rankings, what each driver needs to pay off their salary, past optimal lineups, what I think the optimal line is going to look like, a bunch of stuff. So be sure to check that out, all three series combined. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is @NatelyOn_. I'll put a link down below for that as well. You can always go ask me questions over there. I pretty much answer all the time. If I don't see it, sorry, but I see most of them. So, be sure to follow me over there. And then I'm going to be going live tomorrow at, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I don't know, let's say 6 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to be going live to discuss the slate. Just talk about the slate, answer any questions you guys have, so be sure to check out that. Let's get into the plays. We're going to start off AJ Allmendinger, starting third, $11,900. I mean, yeah, I like him. He didn't have a good finish last year, only the 22nd best average finish, 15th best at short tracks and 26th at flat tracks, but he has led laps, 68 laps led at Martinsville last year. He just had a bad end up running at the end. Has good running positions, 10th best average running position in Martinsville, 10th at short tracks, 8th at flat tracks. I'm hoping these three bad stats right here are going to keep people away because people play based off track position, but I'm fine going there. I don't hate it. He can totally lead laps. He's been faster rate this year. We've seen him win a race rate this year, so I do like AJ Allmendinger. Austin Cendrick's $11,500. He starts sixth. 8th best average finish in Martinsville, 4th at short tracks, 5th at flat tracks, 4th best average position in all three of those. 42 laps led a year ago, 399 laps led at short tracks, and 225 at flat tracks. Going to be completely fine there. Cendrick's in play for me every week. It doesn't really matter what track we go to. There's just a few guys in the series I'm just like, yeah, I'm interested in them. Cendrick's one of those. Noah Gregson's another one. $11,100. He's been fast this year. He's just ran into some bad luck with some wrecks and other things. But third best average finish in Martinsville last year. Third at short tracks, second at flat tracks. Second best average position in Martinsville. Third at short tracks, third at flat tracks. 23 laps led at Martinsville a year ago. 166 at short tracks, 69 at flat tracks. Dude's going to win a race eventually. Wouldn't be surprised if it's here. I think he needed a little bit 2-week break to reset because he's had a rocky start. Wouldn't be surprised if he comes down and wins here. Definitely gonna be interested there. Dominator potential. Daniel Hamrick is a little expensive for me. I don't really get the price tag at $10,800. Starting fourth, 5th best average finish at short tracks, 8th at flat tracks. I mean, he should finish high, but I don't really expect him to lead any laps. I'm probably gonna avoid him. Would much prefer just 3 above him. And then I love Ty Gibbs again. I'm just gonna keep playing Ty Gibbs every week. I mean, every time he races. I mean, he's ran 2 races, and he has an average finish of 1.5. 1-1 finished second the other one. And the second place was at Phoenix 3 weeks ago. So we know he can run well these flat short tracks. We've seen him lead laps. Start 16th, obviously a little bit of place differential, which helps. And I think he can lead laps. I'm going to be completely interested in Ty Gibbs. I think this is definitely someone I want to roster. I'm going to really want to play him here. Justin Allgaier's $10,200. He's way too cheap. He's going to be the chalk on his slate. Starts second. Second best average finish in Martinsville. Second at short tracks. 4th at flat tracks. Third at Martinsville. 1 at short tracks. 1 at flat tracks. Look, everyone knows he's a short track guy. But wait, he didn't do good at Martinsville last year. He's good at these short tracks. He's really good at Dover. He's really good at Bristol. He's really good at Richmond. We know that from him. Those are the type of short tracks he's good at. Martinsville's really not like any of those. And he wasn't really all that fast last year here. I think he's going to be super chalky because everyone knows, because Martinsville's a short track, everyone knows short track. Justin Allgaier, Xfinity Series, and he's $10,200. He's cheaper than all those guys, so I think he's going to be really, really popular. I'm going to fade him. I already know I'm going to fade him. I'm not going to play Justin Allgaier. I'm going to hope he just doesn't dominate, and if he does, I'll take the L and move on with my life. But I just don't see it. I think these other guys have shown better speed at tracks similar than this one. I mean, Allgaier hasn't been like the best at Phoenix either, and that's really the most similar track in my opinion to Martinsville right now. So, I'm really not going to be all that interested here. I think everyone else is going to be, and I understand if you want to play him. If you can play him in cash, I guess I get it. I probably still play Gibbs in cash because he offers you some place differential too, but that's fine if you want to go there. So, Justin Allgaier, I'm going to fade him, but I get it if you want to play him. He has best odds to win too, so there's that. Brandon Jones, $9,900, starting 24th. Love Brandon Jones here. 7th best average finish in Martinsville, 7th at short tracks, 7th at flat tracks, 6th best average position at Martinsville, 8th at short tracks, 10th at flat tracks, 224 laps led at short tracks and 73 at flat tracks. Obviously, some place differential. You are paying for it, but he is someone I can totally see leading laps here. Like, I can see Allgaier leading laps too, but Jones won't be his own, so I'm interested there. He's a little bit expensive, but I still don't mind it. I don't understand this. This makes no sense to me. Since when is Ryan Sieg a $9,600 driver? Like, it's not like he was even been good here. Starts 12th, 9th at Martinsville, 12th at short tracks, 9th at flat tracks, 10th average position. Like, I just don't get it. Am I missing something? Did I type that in wrong? Like, maybe I should go make sure I didn't type that in wrong real quick. I'm honestly worried that maybe that guy's starting 30th and I just typed that in wrong earlier, which could be. I've done it before, so because I don't understand why he would be starting, why he's $9,600 starting 12th. I'm just gonna check because I want to make sure. Yep, starts 12th. He's $9,600. I'm not playing Ryan Sieg. I don't understand that. It makes no sense. Harrison Burton won Martinsville last year. I'm sure he's going to be really highly owned here. Starts on the pole. He's $9,300. Best at every stat here. I'm fine with it. 81 laps led. Most laps led at Martinsville in the field. 173 at short tracks. 92 at flat tracks. Yeah, I'm cool with that one. Really going to like him here. Want to play Harrison Burton. I think he can win this race. So definitely going to like that. Should lead early. Should lead a lot of these laps. So yeah, really interested there. I think more people will still play Allgaier, but I'm going to play Burton. $9,000 Brett Moffitt starting 27th. I think that's interesting, but again, you're paying a lot for place differential. But like with Brandon Jones, I think Brandon Jones can lead laps. I don't really expect Brett Moffitt to get up front. 11th best average finish at Martinsville, 13th at short tracks, 13th at flat tracks. He should finish top 15, but I think it's a little bit too expensive to pay for that for place differential at $9,000. I'm not going to want to do it. Justin Haley starts 5th. He could dominate this race, but it's much less likely. 10th best average finish in Martinsville, 6th at short tracks, 3rd at flat tracks, 4th best average position in Martinsville, 6th at short tracks, 5th at flat tracks. I think I just want to focus more on some of the other guys above for a dominator. He can do it, but I don't really see it. I see it a lot less likely than some of the other guys. Michael Annett, $8,400 starting 10th. 6th best average finish at Martinsville, 8th at short tracks, 10th at flat tracks. 6th best average position in Martinsville, 11th at short tracks, 11th at flat tracks. He should run inside top 10, but I don't really want to pay $8,400 for that. I don't want to pay $8,200 for Riley Herbst either, starting 7th. Josh Berry starts 29th. I like him. He offers you some place differential. He's in JR Motorsports car. Obviously, you hasn't seen him run here in the Xfinity, but $8,000 starting 29th in a Junior Motorsports car. I'm going to be interested, so I do like Josh Berry a good bit. Jeb Burton starts 13th, $7,800. He can get you a top 5, but I feel like that's, kind of, he had a really, really good start where he was getting like top 5s every race at the beginning of the year, but now it's kind of come back down to earth a little bit. So I think he's fine if you want to go there, but I'd rather go other places. I'm not going to play Mike Snyder starting 9th. Brandon Godovich is $7,500. He starts 25th. He's in that Sam Hunt car, the number 26 that we've seen Santino Ferrucci drive all year. That car's really good. So Toyota, it's affiliated with Joe Gibbs Racing. It has top 12 potential, and at $7,500, I think I'm going to play that. I don't think people are going to play Brandon Godovich because nobody knows who Brandon Godovich is, and everyone's going to play J.J. Yaley. So I think Brandon Godovich could be a really good tournament play here. I'm very interested in him because that car is good. J.J. Yaley, yeah, lock and load. He's just, every time he steps in his 15 car for Rick Ware, he does well. Starts 33rd. He ran really well here last year. 12th best average finish in Martinsville. 17th at short tracks. 16th at flat tracks. He should pay off that salary pretty well. Has top 15 upside for sure. So I'm going to really like J.J. Yaley. Everyone else says he's probably going to be the highest owned driver in the slate, but I don't really care. He's a great play. So Jeremy Clements is $7,200 starting 11th. No. Brandon Brown, $7,000 starting 19th. He has 15th best average finish in Martinsville, 9th at short tracks, 11th at flat tracks. That interests me. I think Brandon Brown is a pretty, interesting tournament play that not a lot of people are going to go to. He's not really anyone plays unless he starts really far back, and he's just kind of starting in the middle. He can get you a top 10 if, there's wrecks and things go his way. And I think Brandon Brown's a pretty good play. I'm going to want him in tournaments. For sure, I'm going to like that play a good bit. Alex Obey starts 22nd. I think he just finishes around there. I'm not going to be all that interested. Landon Castle starts 14th, $6,700. I think he finishes maybe... okay. If Landon Castle finishes in the top 15, he's going to pay off that salary more than likely. So I'm interested there, but still for the most part, he doesn't stand out to me. Colby Howard starts 23rd. I'm not going to go there. Tommy Joe Martins, 17th. Actually, Tommy Joe Martins is interesting. He's been running really well this year. He can get you to top 15 because it's Martinsville. There's going to be wrecks, so I wouldn't be surprised here. I'm actually going to be interested in Tommy Joe Martins. I could see him paying off that salary. I like his car. That team has been much better than, JD Motorsports. So I like Tommy Joe Martins a good bit here. I'd much rather play him than, Castle, Howard, LeBay, especially Jeffrey Earnhardt, Ryan Vargas. I'm not paying him. I don't expect him to pay off that salary at all. Josh Williams starts 15th, and this is another one. Like Martinsville, this is a track where you don't really see a ton of place differential happen anyway. So starting 15th, I think this is something that could be pretty interesting here. He just hangs around that top 15. He could do it. I mean, he's a tournament play only, but I mean, I wouldn't expect too much from him, but I could see it. Greg Gaulding, all right, he's finally not priced up. He's starting 39th at $5,800. I like this. I mean, that car's really not that good. I mean, I've been saying it all year, but he's cheap now and he starts 39th. He offers you some place differential. He can get you a top 25, and he can do that. If he does it, he'll pay it off for you. Wouldn't expect much, but I do think he's interesting. Now, George Gorham Jr., I'm not going to lie, I don't even know who this guy is, but he's driving for DGM. Starts 37th. He's $5,600. He should be able to pay off that car. I think he's interesting. I will probably have some George Gorham because he's in a better car than the MEM cars, the BJ McLeod cars, the Jimmy Means cars. So I don't hate it at all. I think that's an interesting car to go to. I'll be interested in some George Gorham. David Starr, this is not going to be a Hattori backed car this week. It's going to be an MBM car. He'll have sponsorship, probably from Whataburger again. $5,500, starting 34th. You can go there. I think it's okay for value. I'd probably prefer Gorham and Gaulding, but I think Starr's all right. Joe Graf Jr. is $5,400, starting 28th. I actually am interested here. He has been pretty good this year. He's been a top 20 car a lot of races this year. Starts 28th. If he can get you a top, finishing position here is going to be way more important than place differential and all these value plays down here. So I think Joe Graf Jr., not a lot of people are going to play him because they see all these guys starting in the 30s, but Graf Jr. outscores him. I'm not going to be surprised at all. So Joe Graf, going to be pretty interested there. Matt Jaskill's in starting 40th in the 5,300. He's in that 13 car for MBM. I don't expect a lot. I don't really know if he has sponsorship right now. If he does, I mean, I guess it's kind of interesting, but I don't really not that excited there. I'd much rather play Parsons. I'm more confident in his talent. I know he's sponsored. That car I think is better than the MBM cars. So $5,200 starting 38th. He can get you a top 25. He's run well at Martinsville as well. 20th best average finish here. 24th at short tracks. 20th at flat tracks. I'm definitely interested here. In Parsons, Jesse Little starts too high. Not going to be all that interested there. Although, I will say, the thing, again, this is kind of similar to the Joe Graf thing. If Little can finish in the top 20, he's actually going to be a good car. So, good spot. Actually, I am interested in Jesse Little. I'm kind of more interested in these guys that don't start in really deep. Aside, I like Parsons, but Gaulding, Gorham, Starr, Jaskell, I kind of like the Grafs, the Littles, even maybe like Kyle Weatherman more, Timmy Hill. I like these guys more just because I think they're going to finish higher, and finishing position is kind of more important when all these guys have the same place differential. All right, so if David Starr goes from 34th to 27th, and Joe Graf goes from 28th to 20th, that's going to be much better for Joe Graf. You're going to want Joe Graf. So, I'm just not. I prefer someone like that. Jesse Little goes to 18th. I'm going to prefer that. So, I kind of like those guys a little bit more here. Jade Buford, not really interested. Kyle Weatherman starts 31st. If he doesn't have any mechanical issues, could be interesting. He has top 20 upside. Same thing with Blaine Perkins. He's in the Hour Motorsports car. That's the same team that Moffitt's running for. Tyler Reddick ran for. He has not looked good. I will say that he has not been good this year. Don't get me wrong, he's been bad, but still, 32nd. Obviously, in place differential. He's in better equipment than a lot of these guys down here, so that could be somewhat interesting. Timmy Hill starts 20th. I'm honestly fine going there. I mean, he should get a top 20. He's actually been pretty good in that car this year, so if he does that again, it's gonna be a really good play. Matt Mills not interested. Bailey Curry not interested. So that's really how I feel about this slate. I think that some of these guys that are going to be popular down here are going to be your Greg Gaulding, your George Gorham, your I think Parsons will, but I'm not really your David Starrs. These are going to be the guys that are going to be popular. I like Joe Graf. I like going to Jesse Little. I'm okay with Blaine Perkins. I'm okay with Timmy Hill. If you want to play those guys for value, I think those are fine guys that can get you different in tournaments and not a lot of people will play. And of course up top, everyone's going to play the same guys. So just be sure who you prefer. I think all of them look good. At Dominators, Allgaier, he's going to be the most popular. I'm probably going to avoid him. But, Harrison Burton looks really good for a Dominator. I think Noah Gregson, Cendrick, Allmendinger, the same guys every week. So that's really all I got to say in this video. Be sure to tune into the live stream tomorrow. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe in this video, and let's make some money this week.